So last week, I noticed what to be possibly a tipping glitch, which is concerning for a few different reasons, which I'll be sharing with you guys in a moment. But it all started with this order, $10.13 for 3.2 miles. At least this is what order I noticed it on. And this could have happened with other orders, but never really paid attention. So this was a catering order. It was tacos. I did a ride along and had picked up this order. A couple pop-ups that happened was making sure I have enough room in the vehicle, and also there could potentially be a bigger tip, which would be nice, of course, right? So I get the order. The employee, tells me everything's there. Everything's how the notes were for the order of what the customer wanted. So I drive to the customers. It's a little less than 10 minutes of me dropping off the order. I have a screenshot of me dropping off the order. So it was at 5:53 p.m. that evening. And so everything went well. Dropped it off, followed instructions. There's 3 bags of food, as you guys can see, and all should be well, right? Well, I go and check, and here's the other thing. Some of you new drivers may not know, customers have up to an hour to adjust their tips. So they can, increase the tip, they can completely take away the tip, they can reduce the tip for a variety of reasons. They don't even have to give a reason, which I've said many times. This should not be allowed unless they have like a legitimate reason to reduce or take away your tip. I'm okay with that if there's a reason. So I'm at the grocery store and I go in and check my phone, my orders, and I see at 7:22 p.m., which is about an hour and a half later. So again, they have an hour to, adjust the tip, increase it. Well, this is what it says, and I was not happy about this, okay? It says, the estimate for this trip was $10.13, including any upfront tip, but the customer reduced the tip after delivery. And I'm like, really? Like, I got the bags, the employee at the food cart, seemed to be really in tune with this order, making sure everything was there and marked how the person wanted it. And I'm like, what could have possibly went wrong? I followed the instructions with the app, which was leave it at their door. And I couldn't think of what could have possibly went wrong. And it was reduced. It wasn't completely taken away. So my grand total for this order would have been $6.75. And of course, I was initially expecting $10.13. So I was not happy about this. And when this happens, a tip gets taken away or a tip gets reduced. First of all, you're not happy about it. You're racking your brain of what could have happened. And you kind of let it go. You don't go back in the app and check later on. You just kind of, you don't forget about it, but you just kind of blow it off. But you're not usually going back into the app to, check back on it. Well, I did and went back into the app the next morning because I'm like, what the heck happened? And of course, I make contents and I've got to keep you guys updated on stuff. Well, I go back into the app and this is what I see. And I'm like, this is very interesting. The estimate, same order, the food cart. The estimate for this trip was $10.13, including an upfront tip. And the customer tipped you even more after delivery. Nice. And I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck is up with this? I've never seen this before. I've never heard of this happening before. Again, the customer has up to an hour to adjust their tip. And I'm thinking, would the customer have gone in there, reduced their tip, and then woke up the next morning and said, you know what? Let me go back in and increase their tip. I highly, highly doubt that. So to me, this seems like a glitch. And then I'm thinking to myself, this happens to drivers here and there. I hear about it all the time. A tip completely taken, a tip reduced. What if this didn't resolve itself and I was left with the $6.75, me thinking that the customer reduced the tip? What if it didn't fix itself? Whatever this was. So that's kind of concerning with this whole thing changing the next day. which makes me believe that it's a glitch. Have you guys ever had this happen? And a lot of you guys, you know, have mentioned, you know, having a tip taken or reduced. Well, you're not happy about it. I remember when I had a tip completely taken. You remember that delivery. And so something like this happening, most people aren't going to go back in the next day and check on it again to see if something magically changed. But something like this is concerning. This is the first time I've seen this, hopefully the last time. But very, very interesting. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts on this, what you think it could have possibly been, a glitch, or do you think maybe the customer called in Uber Eats and had them increase my tip? I highly doubt that was the reason. But do let me know if you've ever heard of this happening or what your thoughts are on this. But I thought this was pretty bizarre and wanted to share it with you guys. Hopefully I don't see anything like this again, because again, most people aren't going to go back in there and check on their tip again after it's been taken or reduced. But anyways, I'm going to get the apps turned on. We're going to get these wheels to move, and I am ready to get an order for tonight. And we're going to see what the first offer is I line up. So I logged on to Uber Eats and then I went to log in on DoorDash, and I finally got that notification to verify your social security number, which I made a video on this a while back that this was going to be coming to some markets. Some people had already received it, some not yet. Well, it just hit my market. It says verify your SSN. Why am I seeing this? You need to verify your social security number. How does this affect my dashing? You cannot dash at this time. You must verify your social security number to continue dashing. So I tapped verify SSN. And then this is what the screen looks like. It says enter your information exactly as it appears on your social security card. It asks for your legal first name, legal last name, and then your social security number, and then to confirm your social security number. So I did that, tapped submit, and it said social security number verification in progress. Why am I seeing this? Somebody has their music going really loud right now. Why am I seeing this? Verification is taking a little longer than expected. You'll get a notification once the verification is complete. The process usually takes less than a minute. However, if it takes longer, you can expect an update within 48 hours. And then it says, how does this affect my dashing? You cannot dash at this time. A verified social security number is needed to continue dashing. So of course, it's nothing I could do. Just hold out and wait. Well, it didn't take very long. I got a pop-up notification that says, SSN successfully verified. Thanks for keeping your account up to date. So we are on DoorDash. I gotta say, a ton of bad offers coming in mixed with some silence. It is Monday. Monday can be hit or miss. Here's just a few of my declines. $3.10 for 6.8 miles. That is a backwards offer. Pay is lower than the miles. That is a decline. Here's another really bad one. This is a trip radar, which is sent out to multiple drivers, and I hope nobody takes this. $9.61 for 14 miles. That is ridiculous. And then here's another one. This is what's been coming out tonight. $4.09 for 6.1 miles. Another trip radar. Of course, held out as I usually do. DoorDash came through, which is awesome. And it's for $6 for 1.7 miles for Pizza Hut. I had a couple minutes until the pizza's ready, but it is about time for me to go in and check on the order. So we're going to go in there. They're usually pretty good, so the order should be ready. We're heading in. Yes, I'm picking up for Christina H.
Okay. 5 minutes?
5 minutes?
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. So about 5 minutes later, I finally got my order. They are busy in there. There was a handful of drivers that were coming and checking on their order. Thankfully, they're working on my order. They also have one of those screens that let you know if your order's in progress or if it's ready. I like it when they have those screens, kind of let you know what's going on. Wish all the restaurants had those, but seems like they're slowly implementing them into like chain restaurants. But customers, 5 minutes, 1.5 miles, we're on our way. So for this address, 11, huh?
Chrissy?
I believe so, yes.
Mark Cameron?
Yep.
Yeah, you want them.
Okay.
I'll steal it from them.
All right.
They won't notice it.
I'm sure they'll share.
Oh, yeah.
There you are.
Me and my dog ate both of them.
Oh man, and there's that, you got it. And then let me just take, I think it wants a picture real quick. Confirm, yes. I won't put you in it, but.
I'll just eat it in front of you. Make them go crazy.
Oh my gosh. I think we're good. Order is dropped off, and me and my husband, as we were, you know, looking for the house, we're joking around because there's one house that had a really bright light on, another house that had a bright porch light on, and of course the darkest house, we're joking that that's probably the house, and sure enough it was. But somebody ended up coming out, and we had flipped around, so I was thinking maybe they thought we were having a hard time finding them. Well, they came out, but they actually came out to smoke, and it must have been one of the roommates or whatnot. He was joking around with me, but gave him the order. When I first took the picture, it said it was too dark, and so I had to retake it with the flash. Of course, I didn't want to blind them out, but they got the food, so hopefully all shall be well. We're gonna see what else we can get. Tonight is seeming like a slow night tonight, so hopefully I can get another order, but time will tell. I'll let you guys know. So I've had a few more declines, which is no surprise. I'm gonna save you on most of them, but here is just a sample of them. $3.37 for 0.8 miles. Now, the 0.8 miles is awesome, but not the $3.37. That is a no-go. Here's another one. Grubhub, finally heard from them, $4.54 for 3.7 miles. I wish Grubhub would send out some reasonable offers. Lately, every time, you know, I turn on the app, I get a ton of really low or really bad backwards offers. And they're usually like pretty far out, like in the green, like if further out of the area, and you'd have to drive back. It just doesn't make any sense. So a decline there. Held out as I usually do, and DoorDash is coming through tonight. $7 for 2.3 miles for McDonald's. Now this McDonald's, I always tend to have a little bit of a wait. Now there's a few more minutes until the order's ready, but they're always running behind at this location. I don't know what's up with them, but we're gonna go check in a few minutes, and I hope my order's ready. If it's not, I'm not gonna be surprised, but usually it's within reason. So usually it's not terribly long, although I've had those instances in the past with them as well. But regardless, we're gonna go check on the order, and hopefully it's ready. Hi, Erin M. Yes.
Yep, got you.
Awesome. Thank you.
See you later.
Yay for the order being ready. Customer left some detailed notes because they are in an apartment building, and also some details of what their mat looks like. And I guess there's an owl on it. So customer is 8 minutes, 2.2 miles. We are on our way. To the 3rd floor we go. Nice thing was the pinpoint was right on the building. These days you just never know, so you always got to double check. So, one more flight. Another order dropped off, and this was an easy apartment drop off. Like I said, pinpoint was on the building, went to the 3rd floor, seen the doormat. Makes it easy. You know, sometimes when apartments are complicated or a house is complicated, when a customer leaves some detailed notes, and sometimes notes, even though it might be straightforward, might be helpful to somebody that's newer. So I love it when they leave notes. But tonight, like I said, is Monday, and I guess for Monday, it's been all right. Just, you know, a lot of bad offers coming in, kind of slow, which can be expected for Monday. Sometimes they're busy. Tonight's, you know, I got some orders, but nothing crazy. At least I got something. You know, sometimes when you don't get anything or a ton of offers come in, you got to think to yourself, I might as well just go home. So, and that ran through my head. But luckily I got me a couple of orders, but I'm going to leave you guys right here. Always so much appreciate you guys riding along with me. And I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Bye guys.